Homesteading dreams and ambitions can come to an end just like that in a wildfire. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. Today we're going to address the issue of homesteading and wildfires. If you live anywhere in the wilderness, you will be subjected to a nearby fire. Right now we have clouds that are forming. They will produce lightning. The forecast indicates so. And I've taken steps to prepare for wildfires as much as I could. One of the things I did was clear out as much brush as I could off my land away from the house. I started out clearing a 50 to 100 foot buffer around the house. And then once we acquired a chainsaw, we were able to do a 200 foot buffer around the house. In addition, the metal roof was added by Marty Rainey. Came down from Alaska and taught us some homestead skills and helped us update our homestead and preserve us against a devastating wildfire. One of the preventative measures that I took while building the homestead and building each one of my outbuildings is I made sure that we had metal roofs on each building to help maintain some survivability of structures in case hot ash fell on top of them. The closest the fire came to the homestead was right on that ridge over there. You can see the burnout trees up there. The edge of that fire was approximately 1,000 feet from the threshold of my doorstep, and that is indicating just how centered we are in the wilderness. It is indicated that we do live in the epicenter of wildfires in the state of Oregon here in the Pacific Northwest, and I tend to agree with that. In the 20 some odd years we've lived up here west-southwest of Crater Lake National Park in the Cascades, we've had approximately 3 major wildfires within a 3 to 5 mile radius of the homestead every single year that we've lived here. Having a pond on your property is an advantage because as a secondary plan you can actually duck into the pond if your escape routes are blocked, and you can seek some refuge from the fires. With the absence of underbrush to burn up to the edge of the pond, you should be relatively safe. However, in our case, ducking in our pond may not be a good idea because, as my son pointed out, the tall trees in close proximity to the pond could catch fire and maybe fall on us, drowning us in the pond. So that would not be a good idea. So there's a heads up to homesteaders to be cognitively aware of your surroundings and what you have around you and what is potential fuels for fires that could strike at any time in your summertime homestead. So our alternate plan B, instead of the pond, is actually the middle of the garden. There is no heavy vegetation around the garden with the exception of maybe the foliage that's in the garden itself. We'll just turn the sprinklers on, duck down in the middle of the garden with some blankets to protect us from smoke low to the ground so we could breathe a little, and duck the fires that are nearby. Another place to duck for safety from a raging wildfire is in the middle of a burned out area that's previously burned out because there's no fuels around it to burn, or left to burn. So lightning storms and tinder dry conditions in the wilderness make a perfect storm of a wildfire on a homestead. So it's my hope that you guys stay safe and plan ahead when you're developing your homestead. I'm Jerry Hansen, your host here at Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. We're a modern homestead tucked high in the Cascade Ranges, east-southwest of Crater Lake National Park, where currently we have some wildfires burning around us, but they're still some distance away. You can follow me on social media. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and Reddit. Please subscribe, share my videos, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye-bye.